Hey, good afternoon. Hope you're having a great day on this Monday morning, Monday afternoon. I said this old anecdote about this guy this guy who's in an accident and he falls on the floor and the ambulance comes and they're trying to move him around, and one of the people says to him, "Are you comfortable?" And he says, "Listen, I make a living. What does it mean, are you comfortable?" So my question to you is, are you comfortable in your own skin? Are you happy with who you are? Are you proud of the person you are? Or are you trying to be someone else, something else? And the reason why I say this is because yesterday I spoke to you about the story of Jacob when he's planning to meet and confront his brother Esau, and how he splits his family into three groups, and then he forgets something over the little bridge and he goes back to get it. And the Torah tells us Jacob remained alone. And someone wrestled with him until the morning rose. So through the night he wrestled with him, and Jacob got injured in his hip. And then in the morning, the person he wrestled with says, "Let me go." And he says, "I won't let you go till you bless me." And he blesses him that his name should not be Jacob anymore, but his name should be Israel, which means Li Rosh Israel, I am a leader. And the rabbis ask a very basic question. It says Jacob remained alone, Vaye'avek ishimo, and someone wrestled with him. And the question the rabbis ask is, if Jacob was alone, who was wrestling with him? And if he wasn't alone, if there was someone there wrestling with him, why does the Torah say he remained alone? Now, yesterday I gave you the interpretation that Rashi gives, which that it was an angel, the archangel of Esau. But today I want to tell you something very interesting and revolutionary in the way some of the commentaries see it. And they say like this: Jacob, at the moment of crisis in his life, when he was running away from his uncle, confronting his brother, he was already a man with wives and children, a full family, grandchildren. And at this point, Jacob had an identity crisis. Jacob was alone. There was no one else there. But he wrestled with himself. You see, all of Jacob's life, Jacob was born, he tried to get out before Esau. His name is Jacob because he held on to Esau's heel. And then later on, Jacob gets Esau to sell him his firstborn rights. And then later on, he takes Esau's blessings. Jacob's whole life was an identity crisis. He was uncomfortable with who he is, with who he was. He wanted to be someone and something else. But when it came to the moment of greatest challenge in Jacob's life, when he was wrestling with so many challenges, Jacob confronted his inner self and finally became comfortable in his skin. He wrestled with that identity crisis, and he realized that my name can't be Jacob anymore. My name can't be the name holding on to someone else's heel. I need to have a new name. My name is Li Rosh. I will be ahead. I will forge a way. I will be who I am and who God wanted me to be and why he put me into this world, not trying to be someone else. I think about this a lot because I think sometimes that although Jacob finally at a certain point in his life recognized the value of who he was, changed his name to Israel, sometimes as Jews, but we're always trying to be someone else. And we're always trying to impress someone else. And the truth is that we have to recognize the gift that God gave us. And we have to be proud of who we are and what we represent. And only then will we succeed. You think about what's going on in Israel. You think about the crisis for Jews throughout the world. I think the greatest medicine is for Jews not to hide their identity, not to take off their mezuzahs, not to cover their Magen Davids, not to be Jewish, but to be Jewish, to be proud, to wear a kippah, to wear tzitzis, to walk in the street and let people know you're Jewish, to put up a mezuzah, to have a Magen David, to celebrate. Because at the end of the day, it's only when Jacob wrestles at that moment of crisis with his identity and changes from being Jacob to Israel, to Li Rosh, that he succeeds and finally gets rid of all the demons. May Hashem give us that in our lives, the Jewish people should be strong, should be proud, should be united with who we are and what we represent. And God will bless us all together to be victorious over our enemies. Have a great day.